city bills, or there are several of them that had several different variations. He just a couple days ago vetoed which bill was it? The Marshall bill?
The Marshall bill.
Which one of the Marshall
That was
bills?
the tenor.
Which one?
The one that local officials have to aid the federal authorities.
Oh, right. So Marshall put in this bill, and Dick Black put in the similar bill on the Senate side. That says it all right there. Sorry, Jim. Sorry, Jim. That basically would have said that if an undocumented individual is detained for something in a jail, that no matter if ICE is going to pick them up, or no matter how long their detention is for, they have to be kept in jail even longer until ICE picks them up. The issue is that ICE only picks up folks who are serious threats. And the fact is that this was opposed by the sheriffs. It was opposed by a lot of local elected officials and I think VACO, because it is a huge impact on the bottom line for localities, as well as being unnecessary, as well as simply being an opportunity for some individuals to express their adamant opposition to New Americans. And what's fascinating is if you talk to folks behind the scenes, after hours, get 2 drinks in them, they'll tell you the truth. And it's fascinating what they'll say about New Americans or immigrants behind the scenes. And so these 2 bills were part and parcel of that, and I'm very thankful that the governor vetoed both of them. Thank you. And hopefully we can uphold them on
Okay, for better use titled the last mini group would be Delegate Levine, who is also a new delegate, and we welcome you, Delegate Bulova and Senator Peterson. And Delegate Levine, I understand somebody sent me a question about the fact that there's a need for transparency, and that you were doing some things to deal with that process-wise, and would you care to address that?
Sure. I'm plenty loud, so I don't know how you need this. But, yeah, one of the things that I've noted for many years, long before I entered the General Assembly, is it's really hard to know what's going on down in Richmond unless you're down in Richmond. They will schedule bills the night before, and unless you're really, really careful to watch it, and you can miss work at a moment's notice and take a car down, and then sometimes wait for 4 hours until you get your bill up. You can't really know what's going on, and all you hear is, it died in committee. And you don't know what was said, you don't know the reasons that were given, you sometimes don't even know the vote, and who voted what. It was just a voice vote. So as a freshman coming in, I think sometimes as a freshman you sort of look at things like, well, why does it always have to be this way? And I talked with another freshman, Republican, Amanda Chase, senator, with whom I probably disagree on virtually everything. But I mean, I'm a liberal Democrat. She's a conservative Republican. But we agreed on the need for transparency. We both believe that government should be accessible to the people. And so we formed the Virginia Transparency Caucus. Paul, I believe, is official. Are you an official member? I don't remember all of my members. I know Markeem is. He's not here.
I'm an honorary member.
You're an honorary member. But basically, what Amanda and I are doing is we are videotaping every single one of our bills in committee. So, for example, I had bills, paid family medical leave, which I put forward, and I even got a promise from a Republican on the committee that even though he's going to table my bill, he would support the idea in another fashion. So now I have it on tape, and I can go and say, hey, you know, we need to work on that for next year. I had bills that also got some bipartisan support that didn't pass on expunging one drug arrest, one minor drug arrest. So it didn't follow, so that if you were convicted of smoking marijuana at age 16, you didn't have to explain at age 56, you know, what happened 40 years ago and possibly lose a job. I had a bill to allow localities to raise the minimum wage. the argument was local control. You know, maybe you don't want to raise the minimum wage in Southwest Virginia, but up here in Northern Virginia, it makes sense to. So all these bills were filmed. They're all on my YouTube page. Amanda Chase, again, Republican senator, exact same thing. We're encouraging, frankly, everyone to do this. And one of the nice things about the Transparency Caucus is that we don't have to pass a bill to do this. This is something, these meetings are open to the public, and even if they make it hard for you to attend and know about them, they are open to the public. They can be filmed. There's nothing against filming them, and so we can just do this, and the more people join our caucus, the more you will know what's going on in the General Assembly. So it's sort of a marker we've laid down. We now have 12 members. I believe it's 5 senators and 7 delegates. I think it's half and half, Democrats and Republicans. I'm very proud of that. We're trying to really keep it bipartisan. That's essential to having it move forward. And we're looking at ways to...
It's not all exciting now.
I'm not saying that every hearing's interesting, but if you have a bill that you care about, any bill, all right, to be able to just click on the computer and see what happened with HB 1000, rather than having to either make a long trip to Richmond at the last minute's notice and or ask someone and or get an incomplete, well, what do I remember from the... You can watch, minute to minute. And to join Transparency Caucus, you just have to agree to publicize your votes. We're keeping a very low minimum standard, but Amanda and I are really trying to encourage people to uphold this higher standard of simply recording everything. And one of the things we're working on next year is to provide a base of recording people, interns, that wouldn't just record our bills, but any representative who wants it, any delegate, any senator who wants someone to go in and record their bills, they will do that. And also the nice thing about it is I'm not impinging on people who don't want transparency. It's just my bills. But we're hoping to set a standard, and if you can encourage people to join our caucus. And again, it doesn't really matter whether you're left or right, liberal, conservative. It just means you want people to know what's going on. Actually, Barbara Favola, I know you're a member of our caucus. So she's at our table. Yes, she's a member of the Transparency Caucus. So it was something that we hope to grow and hopefully make the government more accessible to you.
We think that's really a good thing. It's really very frustrating when subcommittee 5 only needs a quorum of 3, and then it's a voice vote or whatever, unless you see their lips move and you're sitting in a particular place in the room, you don't know who voted how. There's no recorded vote, so I think we would support anything that sounds like transparency. I think what you're doing is a great thing, and word spread fast. I didn't know anything about this, and I've been getting information from people about it. So in this last kind of sweeper panel, I thought it would be interesting to hear something on redistricting and gun safety, and maybe Senator Peterson, is he here?
Right
here.
here. Sure.
And